talk about this further with professor of law at New York Law School and retired NYPD detective Kirk Burkhalter. Thank you so much for joining me yet again, sir. We're nearly a week into this manhunt. We have all these surveillance photos that Caitlin just pointed out. Investigators are using facial recognition technology to track him down. How is he still on the loose?
Well, it's pretty interesting. I do believe that the authorities probably have identified him. It's very difficult in this day and age to have one's photo plastered all across the country in every media outlet, print and otherwise, and for no one to have identified this person and notified the authorities. However, he is still out there primarily because while he may have come from Atlanta and took a bus back to Atlanta, no one really knows. He could be anywhere within the 50 states or even perhaps out of the country, which I do doubt. So it is possible, of course, that he is still out there because the police don't necessarily have a trail as to where he went when he left New York City.
Yeah, and we heard Mayor Adams, some of his remarks this weekend. He was questioned on whether or not authorities have the suspect's identity, telling a group of reporters this weekend, we don't want to release that now, seemingly to not give him any sort of advantage or leg up. Why would you trot that out without fully identifying him? Is that a tactic to smoke this guy out somewhere?
That is, of course, a possibility. I was a little surprised to hear that information because there is always a slight danger that once you have identified a subject and letting them know, there's no predicting how they may react. Once a person is being hunted and they know they're being hunted and they know who the authorities know who they are, they may take hostages. You may have a potential barricade situation when you go to arrest them. We've had incidents where folks who have been on the lam, so to speak, have hurt innocent civilians while trying to elude capture. So certainly, I would suspect that if law enforcement knows who he is, they would not reveal that. I'm a little bit surprised that the authorities or the mayor would tip their hand. But yes, absolutely, this may be a tactic for reasons unknown.
Yeah, I thought that interesting, too, because you just let the guy know wherever he is that they're on to you. What do you make of investigators finding all that Monopoly money in the backpack? I mean, between that and the etched bullet casings, it seems like this killer wants to send some sort of message.
Yes, I think for me, the Monopoly money, the recovery of the Monopoly money is one of the strangest pieces of evidence. It would tend to lend to this speculation that in some way, shape, or form, this person had a grudge with the insurance company. When we think of the game of Monopoly, Monopoly money means that, what's the purpose of the game? To amass wealth at the expense of others and your opponents in the game. So certainly it's not a positive connotation that he would have it. And perhaps he meant to leave it at the scene, just never had the opportunity.
Yeah, I also know executives at United Healthcare were being investigated by the DOJ for allegedly running a monopoly. Could that play into it? We don't know yet. Professor of law at New York Law School and retired NYPD detective Kirk Burkhalter, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your time.
You're quite welcome.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.